Hi, I have a little story to tell you. Every year for many years, my daughter and I would spend 1 week of her vacation and go up north to northern Wisconsin. And we stayed in a precious little cabin on the lake, and we looked forward to it every single year. Well, 3 years ago, her only vacation time was the week after Labor Day. So we traveled to this little town, and the first day we were there, it was pouring rain. So we couldn't go fishing, we couldn't go hiking, we couldn't go golfing. And so she said, well, Mom, I have a little bit of work to do anyhow, so let's find a coffee shop that has some Wi-Fi and I can finish the work. So we went down, and someone asked if they could buy one of my books. I don't know how the conversation started, and I ran out to the car to get a book. And I did not see a little ledge. You know how they pour concrete and they make a prefab concrete and they lay it on top of the sidewalk to give it a smooth surface. Well, I didn't see that tiny little edge, and it was raining, and I went off that curb into the gutter. I hit my left arm on a fender and tore my arm open, took all the skin from my ankle up to my knee, took all the skin off my left leg, and I twisted the foot of my right leg right back, solid back. Well, I didn't break it, but I might as well have. And I didn't want to go to the hospital or to the doctor or to get it x-rayed because I didn't want to spoil my daughter's vacation. So needless to say, that's the first day of vacation. So she had to cart me around. I could drive the golf cart barely, but I didn't get to really participate in any of the fun things that we usually do. So I healed up, so to speak, and I got back home. And I found myself, I couldn't get my equilibrium back. I had to hang on to the back of chairs. I put my hand on the wall to balance myself. And I was really having a hard time. And my daughter said, Mom, you're too active. You've got to figure out what to do. And I said, well, I'm exercising. I'm trying to get myself back to normal. And I called a girlfriend one day and we started talking, and I was telling her how I couldn't get my balance back or my equilibrium back. And she said, well, you should try a pair of these socks. And I said, oh, socks. Yeah, sure, that's what I need. That's going to make me feel better, a pair of socks. No, she said, you know what? My mom was having trouble with balance, and a gentleman on the telephone told me about these new socks that have come out, and I bought my mom a pair. And I said, well, what are they? And she said, well, here's the website. Why don't you go on the website and just order a pair? Well, I was willing to try anything, so I went on the website. It was VOXXLIFE.com/OurFeetFirst. And I ordered a pair of the socks, and I thought, oh, sure, this is going to work. I was just really a doubting Thomas. And so I sat down on the bed, and I put on this pair of socks. They were like a crew length. I sat down on the bed, and I thought, okay, let's give it a try. And I stood up, and I stood there for 7-10 seconds, and I started to walk, and I couldn't believe that I went back into balance, that my brain literally balanced itself out. And now I know they call that homeostasis. But what actually happened, there's a patch on the bottom of the sock, and I'll explain the technology to you a little bit later, but there's a patch that's developed on the bottom of the sock that goes up like the ball of your foot, goes up through your nervous system, through your spine, to your brainstem, and puts the brainstem in perfect balance. Well, I'm telling you this because I know that many people have balance problems. And so I wanted to share this with you. I have never had a problem since. I have been wearing these socks for 3 years, and now there's patches and new products that have come along. But it's one of the most amazing, revolutionary inventions, discoveries of this century, I think. And it's going to change a lot of people's lives. And I'm just thrilled to death with this company. And it's called VOXXLIFE. And I'm going to show you some pictures of the product. And I have socks now to go with every outfit. And when I don't wear socks, I have a patch that I put on that does the same thing. And it's interesting. You start with the patch the first day on your prominent arm, down near the wrist, and you keep it on for the day. The next day you can put it anywhere on your body, and your brain actually remembers what it was told to do, to go back into homeostasis. And you can put it anywhere in your body, and it uploads into the computer of your brain. And you know, we have a great computer up here. So I was fascinated with this whole product line. I originally then started telling my girlfriends about it, other people. In the apartment complex where I live, it's a 55 and over. People have just called me, said, we want a pair of those socks, we want a pair of those socks. And finally I did a little presentation over at the main building, and many people came. And I'm just thrilled to death to think that I could help a lot of people keep their balance, because as you know, if we fall, we're in serious trouble. And there is a statistic that says if a woman over 85 years old falls and breaks her hip, her life expectancy is less than a year. So that's pretty bad. I mean, really, when you think about that, just a simple fall. And when we were kids, we were knocking around, falling down, having fun falling down. Well, it's not fun to fall down anymore. So I want to share this with you. I want to share the company, and I hope I can help you with this.